What's going on, guys? It's Derek from Retropod, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to put music on your iPod. Now, this is the video tutorial for the old versions of macOS. New versions of macOS, like modern MacBooks, will be a different video. Now, I actually prefer this setup because since it's no longer officially supported by Apple, it's no longer going to be getting updates, so no future updates to break things. Um, I prefer to run this on a separate computer. These MacBooks, you can get them for super cheap now, less than $100 on eBay. And it's kind of a dedicated music machine. That's what I use it for. So, anyways, let's get into it. I'm running macOS High Sierra. You can see all the specs here. It doesn't really matter. Now, on iTunes, the whole point of running an old version of macOS is because you can run iTunes 12.8.3.1. Now, that's I guess, the newest old version of iTunes that you can run. And pretty much, you could run older versions, but this one is, I found the sweet spot. You could still have podcast support. So you can get podcasts straight from the iTunes store to your iPod without having to do these YouTube to MP3 converters, blah, 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 blah. I don't even know if that's, the legality behind that. But this is the best way to do it. At least in my case. Everyone has a different use case, but for me, I prefer this method. So the way this works is you have to source your music, whether you buy CDs, you buy from the iTunes store, which still exists, by the way. You still could buy from the iTunes store if it'll load. Yep, there it is. It's a little slow. Remember, this is like a 2010 computer, so it's like 14 years old. Um, but yeah, it still works. The podcast works as well. Um, Once you have your music, you're essentially just going to hit File, Add to Library, and then you just add your music. Once that's done, you're going to have two things. It's a little confusing. I don't know why they do this. You have this, but this just shows you what music is on your iPod already, right? So if you click on this will take you to the actual menu. You're going to click on, well, I already have mine automatically synced, so you can't check it anymore. Sync music library, entire music library, include the videos. Same thing for movies, TV shows, podcasts. I don't have any movies or TV shows. I'm not trying to watch a movie on this tiny little screen. So I just use it for music. And yeah, once you hit sync, it'll do its thing. You can't see the iPod right now, but it's currently, actually, I'll show it right here. It's currently doing its thing. It'll take a minute, and then, yeah, you're good to go. So that's a little quick tutorial. Oh, there, you can see it syncing my podcast, the MKBHD podcast. But yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Derek at retropod.us.